What's up guys, KitaSean here. So I'm pretty sure you guys already got the news from the official Facebook page and the official website for Fate Grand Order USA. Saber Wars, Lily's Cosmic Winter Rebellion, The Caliburn Awakens was announced. This is going to be from January 4th to the 18th. And for those who did not notice the reference, it is a Star Wars reference. But this is an event where you can actually get your free limited Saber, Alteria, Pendragon, Lily. For those who started the game when it first came out, then you already have a copy, but this is your chance to finish off her MP to 5 and then get an extra copy of her as well. But for those who don't have her, this is your chance to get her. But honestly, she's not that great of a servant, but it's still great to have a Saber Lily because look how cute she is. I'd take a copy. But anyway, scrolling down on this event, we have the iconic Star Wars reference here. But scrolling down a little bit more, we have the new servant, Mysterious Heroine X, the new 5-star limited assassin. We'll talk more about her later in the video, at the end of the video basically. I'll talk about why is she good, why is she not good, what CEs are useful for her, is she good in this team, etc. So we'll talk more about her later, but let's go to a different website where we can talk more about the event Saber Wars. Alright, for those who don't know, I use this site all the time. This is a site called Fate Grand Order Cincropedia. It's basically a wiki page. It gives you all the information from past events, current events, servants to CEs, etc. So I'll leave the link down below for you guys to check it out yourselves. But we're going to go ahead and talk about Saber Wars here. Don't worry about the dates. Those are the dates when this was first released in JP. But I'm not going to talk about the story as well because that's for you guys to find out. But basically the summary is Saber Lily is trying to become strong. This event is basically like Guda Guda Honoji, but a little bit more harder in a way, I guess you can say. It's more grindier than Guda Guda Honoji because we have a longer time period. But basically the more you grind, the more event items you get and the more in-game stuff you get basically. But let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit. You want to level up your Sabers because your Sabers are going to be very important for the free quests, but I'll get into more details on that later. But these are the servants that you want to level up, so definitely do that. And they will also give you more drops for the Arturiums. Arturiums are basically the point system items, so you want to get more of those to grind out the event. But scrolling down a little bit more, we have your shop in-game items. These are the CEs that will increase these items. The first 3 are your CEs from the Hatcher, and then the last 2 are CEs that you can get in the shop and from the point system grind. Scrolling down a little bit, we're going to talk about the event C, the what do you call in-game event Cs for the Saber Wars. Honestly, these aren't that great. You don't really need to pick these up. But Saber Arturia, Star of Arturia, you're gonna get anyways by doing the point system, which you guys can see down below here. And then Purely Bloom, this is a CE that you can exchange in the shop, and then you can also get by drops by the free quest. So yeah, these CEs you're not gonna really use them outside the event. They're not that great, but yeah, honestly, you don't have to prioritize these. You can probably prioritize other in-game items from the shop. But scrolling down a little bit, talking about the point system. So obviously, you got to grind the crap out of this in order to get everything. But what's important about this, like Guda Guda Honoji, the free servant is in the point system. Personally, I hate these events like this. You have to grind it to get your free servant. I mean, that's for anything, but like I really dislike the point system. I'm not a big fan of the point system, but you can get a Saber Lily in here. You can get the Star of Arturia in here. You can get QP, apples, monoprisms, quartz. You can also get some hearts, or the hearts here, which are going to be very important for a lot of you guys. I know I need them. And then this is also going to give you claws, I believe. If I remember, I saw Chaos Claws somewhere. Yeah, there it is, Chaos Claws. And then at the end, obviously, it's going to give you a crystallization lore. So if you really need hearts, you want to collect Saber Lilies, and you want to get Star of Arturia, then you got to grind the crap out of this event in order to get those. Scrolling down a little bit, we have the store. Again, Purely Bloom is going to be the store CE. I think you guys can go ahead and skip this. You don't have to prioritize this. This is whatever's. Yeah, it does increase your attack power for the event, but other than that, it doesn't have any use. So I would honestly just skip this and just focus on everything else, like the materials, like the saber pieces, lancer pieces, the monuments, basically the in-game materials like the Heroes Proof, Dragon's Tooth, Phoenix Plums, and then maybe even foes and EXP. I would focus more on that than the the Purely Blooms. But after you finish the store, might as well pick them up, right? But again, these CEs really don't have any use outside the event, so I would just skip on it and just hope for it, drops on the CEs in the free quests. Scrolling down a little bit, we have the story quests. Story quests, you guys don't have to worry about too much. They are really, really easy. So, but if you want to make it easier for you, level up your sabers, level up your level up your assassins, level up your casters. So yeah, just level them up to make it easier for you. But you can always bring a friend, and your friend will always carry you through this story quest. But the free quest is where it gets a little bit challenging. The first couple free quests are going to be really easy, obviously, but there's assassins and riders in the beginning, so maybe level up your casters and assassins a little bit. And then at the end, we have a lot of lancers, so this is where your sabers are going to shine. So definitely level up your sabers so that you can go through these event quests very, very easily. And yeah, just get more drops on Arturiums here so that you can grind the crap out of the event. But scrolling down a little bit, we have the Hatcher, Mysterious Heroine X, Gotcha! Now, this could change because it is NA, but most likely this is going to be the Hatcher, Heroine X, Arturia Alter, and then Nero, and of course the event CEs. These are going to be your, raid up servants, and then your CEs. Now, just like the event CEs, these CEs don't really have any use outside the event. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use these outside the event. I've never used these myself. Or more like, I don't even have these. Like, I don't even have Land of Shadows or Mikoto because I didn't really roll too much in the JP version. But I do have a couple true shots because of Heroine X. But anyways, yeah, these CEs aren't that useful. Maybe true shot because attacks full, or evasion. That's nice and everything, but you don't use these CEs outside of Saber Wars. So honestly, this Hatcher in general, you don't really need the roll. Heroine X is not even that great, and here is why. Alright, so we're going to be talking about Heroine X here. So she has a card lineup of Buster, Arts, Quick, a very balanced card lineup. Her skills is what she gets talked about a lot on, but her first skill, Fire Support EX, gain a delayed stun buff if present after attacking on the next turn, has a chance to stun all enemies for 1 turn. This skill is really good, don't get me wrong, I like it, but it does have a problem. It has a 1 turn delay, and she has to be alive on the next turn. So use the skill, charge it up, and then next turn, if she's still alive, boom, has a chance to stun all enemies. And that has a chance is also a problem. It's not 100%. And you're going through all this, you're doing a 1 turn delay, you're staying alive, and it still only has a chance to stun. It's not a guaranteed stun, which really sucks. If this was a guaranteed stun, yeah, it's understandable, it's a good skill, but it has a chance. So that's what really sucks about this skill. And at level 10, it's 80%. Again, it's not 100. So the skill is good, don't get me wrong, but there's just too much going on, and you still only have a chance to stun all enemies. So yeah, the skill is pretty good. It's not bad. But her second skill, gain critical stars. She is a critical servant, so it makes sense to have this skill. And then her third skill, Galaxy Meteor Sword C. This is where she gets talked about a lot. Why does she have this skill? Well, one, it makes sense because of her storyline. She hates saber faces. So if you don't know anything about Heroine X here, just read the wiki page or something. You'll learn more about her, or try to get her in the game, look at her story and everything. But increase own critical star generation rate against saber enemies for 3 turns, increase own attack against saber enemies for 3 turns. So this skill is only good against sabers, which really sucks because why would you bring an assassin when you can bring an archer against sabers? Maybe this is good when you have saber assassin enemies, but you'd rather just bring an archer against sabers. So this skill is basically useless against other classes. So again, why does she have this? Because of her storyline. That's most likely why she has the skill, but this is basically what's holding her back. Then we scroll down a little bit, we have her passive skills. Again, she is a quick critical servant, so these Riding EX and Cosmo Reactor A makes sense to have. And then her Noble Phantasm is where it gets talked talked about a lot as well. It deals deals damage to one enemy, which is not bad at all. But MP5 damage percentage is 2,000. At MP1 is 1,200. Not bad at all. But definitely, if you MP5ing her would probably be the best because she does more damage there. And then we have her overcharge effect, deals extra damage against Saber face enemies. Her overcharge effect is only good against Saber faces. So basically Arturia, Type Moon, Arturia, etc. So yeah, overcharge is basically whatever's only good against Arturias, and there's not even an Arturia rider yet. So pretty bad right now. And then we have her updated skills, I guess you can say. Once she gets an update, she does become a little better. Grants self-invincibility for 1 turn, grants critical stars. It does help a lot, it really does, but honestly it doesn't help her when it comes to tier list wise. There are just better assassins in the game. If you have Jack, then don't roll for her, you don't need her. But I guess her Noble Phantasm also gets an increase, and damage wise it gets better. MP5 2,400 and P1 16, so not bad at all. She increases an MP when she gets that update, so not bad at all. It does help a lot when it comes to damage wise, but it doesn't really change when it comes to effects and stuff like that. So yeah, my honest opinion, guys, go ahead and skip on her. There are just way better assassins on the long run. I mean, again, Jack is one of the best assassins in the game, so definitely if you have her, you can go ahead and skip on Heroine X. But she does work well with Jack, though. If you put her in the same team as Jack, they actually help out each other a lot, or she helps Jack a lot because she increases crits, and it helps Jack to get those crits and do a lot of crit damage to enemies. She also works well with Hassan and Alexander. There are actually a couple of other servants that really help with that. Actually, she helps out a lot, but they aren't out yet in NA, so I'm not going to talk about them. So basically, she becomes like a support assassin in a way, but yeah, she helps with crits. She's not bad at that, but when it comes to attack power and other stuff, she's not that great. But there are just way better assassins in the long run, so in my honest opinion, I would skip on her. But if you guys really like her design, or just like her character in general, or just want her as collection, then I'm not stopping you. But I just really think that you can go ahead and skip on her. But if you plan on using her a lot, then a couple CEs that you can use on her are probably CEs that help increase MP, because her MP charge is really bad. So anything that increases MP charge will help her a lot. So yeah, that's basically about it, guys. Again, just grind the event, get your Saber Lilies, get your CEs if you really want them. But honestly, this event is just to help you get more materials in game. So EXP, pieces, materials, skill up, ascend, etc. That's how I look at this event. But story wise, it's actually pretty fun, so definitely read the story. But yeah, that's about it. I hope this video helped you guys. I hope to do more videos like this in the future. I'm not the best when it comes to these types of videos, so I'm gonna practice more, get more experience in it. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.
You're